Hello and welcome back to West Brom Fan TV. Now, a very cold and windy one today. I've had no time to film this video all week. So I'm doing it on my work break. 10 minutes. Let's go. First game, Plymouth versus Bristol City. Plymouth getting rid of Rooney in, I think it was yesterday or early hours this morning. Personally, it's the right decision. Rooney's just getting drunk all the time, and the results aren't coming away from home. It's looking bleak for him. Rock bottom of the table. Not a lot to get interested in, or not a lot to get excited about. Bristol City, on the other hand, they are in Bristol City's spot at the moment, smack bang middle of the table. They're all right some weeks, they're abysmal other weeks. And yeah, I think that with the managerless Plymouth, they're going into this game with a massive disadvantage. Yes, they've been good at home, but they won't have enough for Bristol. Plymouth 1, Bristol City 2. Next up is QPR against Watford. Now, QPR picked up a bit of momentum during the festive period, like getting away from that relegation zone. Fair play to them, to be honest. When I did see them first game of the season, I didn't think they were that bad. And yeah, they're finally getting the confidence up. The team taking on Watford, they've been quality. They just don't lose at home. Their away form isn't too good, though. So that could give QPR a slight advantage, especially with a bit of momentum. I'm going to go for 2-0 QPR. Next up is Millwall taking on... Now, Millwall are a team I definitely thought were going to take off after their little decent run in the middle of the season. Lots of 1-0 wins, but they've kind of, I guess, capsized a little bit since then. They're still a decent side. Taking on Oxford, who got a big win against Plymouth. But obviously, everyone's beating Plymouth at home at the minute, so... yeah, I think it's going to be a tough trip for Oxford. Millwall, it's a tough place to go. I'm going 3-1 Millwall. Next up is Burnley taking on Stoke. Now, Burnley been really impressive. They got a draw against Middlesbrough in their last game. But saying that, they've been on top form, and I can only see it going one way, really. Stoke haven't been amazing, so I'm going to go for Burnley 1, Stoke City 0. Cardiff versus Coventry next. One of Frank Lampard's first home games, Cardiff City, where they picked up a 2-2 draw. Cardiff... been all right, I guess. Picking up a little bit lately. Still need to do a lot better to get themselves out of that relegation zone. Coventry City, on the other hand, have been pretty okay, I guess. Seem to have not really changed much since they got rid of Robin. Still the same, just the same form, same area of the league table. I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw this one. Next up, Leeds second on Blackburn, two of the top performers in the league at this moment in time. Both of them, well, Leeds sat top of the league, and Blackburn sat in the playoffs. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting watch. Leeds have been immense at home, though, and they've just got a lot of quality, so they always seem to get it done. I'm going to go for Leeds 3, Blackburn 2. Next up, Luton taking on Norwich City. Now, Luton seem to have always go into games with an advantage at home. They've got some top support. That is horrible for my forehead, that wind. Yeah, top support. Norwich are on a bit of a bumpy patch. So, 2-1 Luton I'm going for. I say that a lot, to be fair. Luton always win 2-1 at home. Next up is Portsmouth taking on Swansea City. Now, Portsmouth, another team that have picked up a little bit. It would look like they were dead and buried a few weeks ago. They're taking on a Swansea side who have been flirting with the playoffs every now and then, but haven't seemed to, I guess, make that final push into there. Seems to always come up against a speed bump as soon as they're looking like they're going to sneak in. I think this will be a cracker, this one. I'm going for Portsmouth 3, Swansea City 3. Next up is Sheffield Wednesday versus Derby County, two of the biggest teams in the league. Sheffield Wednesday have been quite impressive lately. Seems to be pushing towards a playoff place. They did drop points at the weekend, though. It was a bit disappointing. Leeds dropping points. I mean, Derby dropping points as well against Leeds. Obviously, not a lot of teams get a result against Leeds, so you can see why that's happened. And Derby, to be fair to them, they've impressed me lately. They're making a lot better account of themselves. They seem to have a plan. They like to frustrate teams. They're very defensive-minded. They hit you on the counter-attack. So, saying that, I think they'll get something here. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Next up, West Bromwich Albion taking Preston North End. Now, Chris Brunt got a massive point for us away at Sheffield United. Thought we played really well. We seem, we seem to still have the core ethics that Carlos instilled into the club there, thanks to his number 2. And we're taking on a Preston side who have not been too good this season. We always seem to do something and get a good result against Preston. So, I'm going 2-0 West Bromwich Albion. I better walk towards work before I'm late. Next up is Hull taking on Middlesbrough. Now, Hull looks dead and buried at the bottom of the table. Seem to be slightly improving in the way they're playing, but still they need to get 3 points on the board to get themselves out. Horrible wind. Let's to get themselves out of that relegation zone. It's going to be a tough test against Middlesbrough. They've been superb all season. So saying that, Hull being at home, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Final game of the match week is Sunderland taking on Sunderland taking on Sheffield United. Two of the, I guess, the automatic promotion main contenders. Sheffield United I watched them last week. They were all right. I think credit to Albion. I thought we just played well against them. Defo got a game plan. Defo got some decent threatening players. Sunderland seemed to slightly fell off, but they're still getting results here and there. I don't think they're the threat that people thought they were at the start of the season, but they're still a quality side who are bound to be playoffs at the end of the season. Saying that, I think Sheffield United are going to get another draw. It's going to be a tough test for them, 1-1. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I know it's a very rushed one this week, but we've got it done, and hopefully we get 3 points against Preston. Thank you for watching. Up the Albion, come on you baggies.